Welcome to World True Crime, where we uncover the most shocking and mysterious crimes from across the globe. From unsolved mysteries to high-profile cases, we bring you the stories that keep the world on edge. Prepare to witness the darkest sides of human nature and the truth behind the crimes. Today we unravel the case of famous TikToker Abu Labanz. On social media, some lives seem perfect. Their accounts are filled with images of the latest travel destination, broad smiles, close-up shots of fancy cocktails, and wonderfully romantic relationship milestones. But we know better than to buy into that completely. At least, we should. Social media allows users to present a carefully crafted version of their lives that highlights the positive aspects while hiding the less glamorous ones. There's no time for challenges or failures. So if we look carefully, could we see someone's struggles in a sea of filtered pictures and edited videos full of shiny, happy people? In this video, we examine the seemingly utopian lives of the Abu Labanz, a couple that experienced a meteoric rise followed by a spectacular fall. San Diego is the second largest city in California. It is the 8th largest in the U.S. population-wise. This Southern California city is known for its ideal weather, miles of sandy beaches, renowned architecture, and buzzing artistic and cultural attractions. For many young people, East Village is the place to see and to be seen. In the heart of downtown San Diego, it is advertised as a sexy destination, bursting with rooftop bars, cafes, boutique shops, galleries, live music venues, luxury hotels, and restaurants. Many East Villagers live in apartments, and some live in luxury high-rises like the Spire San Diego building. Its website boldly claims, "Everything about this building tells the world you have arrived." This is the setting for the events you are about to hear. There are 3 main parties in this matter. They are as follows. Anna Marie Abu Laban was living her best life. Young, attractive, and charismatic, seemingly straight out of Central Casting. Anna was a 28-year-old social media influencer and content creator. She was born in Japan and raised on a military base where her father was a high-ranking Navy official. She received a university education in the Philippines before relocating to the United States. On TikTok and other social platforms, she appeared flawless, happy, and successful. She had roughly 11,000 followers on TikTok. 30-year-old Ali Abu Laban was born in Staten Island, New York. He was raised in Virginia and attended Stonewall Jackson High School in Manassas. Ali most recently resided in San Diego. He was best known as a successful internet personality. He had accrued nearly 1 million followers on TikTok and had 200,000 subscribers on YouTube under the moniker Jin Kid. Among his most viewed posts were comedic sketches and impersonations of Tony Montana, the well-known lead character from Brian De Palma's 1983 film Scarface. Ali's Scarface impersonations gained millions of views, and eventually people outside of TikTok noticed his talent as well. "Hey Jin, how are you? It's Angelo," and "Hey Jin, hey Manny, Manolo. One of you is Manolo." Well, Jin plays Ali and his buddy plays Manny Ribera. Yeah, he's a very good one. Yeah, you're a pretty good me. All right, man, keep it up. We love what you guys are doing. Ali was a rising internet star who portrayed himself as a funny, confident young family man on social media. 29-year-old Rayburn Barone was a resident of San Diego by way of Mexico. He was a close friend of Anna's and beloved brother, son, and nephew. He is described as someone who values his family and friends above all else then. 21-year-old Anna was a resident of Okinawa, Japan, when she first met 22-year-old Ali in 2014. At that time, Ali was stationed in Japan while serving in the Air Force. According to police records, a physical altercation occurred one evening between Ali's party, Anna's party, and other patrons at a local bar. According to a police detective, the incident was significant enough that it resulted in Ali being other than honorably discharged from the Air Force. However, all was not lost for Ali as he and Anna began dating and eventually entered into a relationship. Anna gave birth to their daughter in April 2016. They became husband and wife in 2017, and soon after that relocated to Virginia. It was from Virginia that Ali first began posting impersonations of his favorite movie character, Tony Montana, aka Scarface. His videos quickly went viral. "This is my voice one day after watching Scarface. It's a pretty good film. I love it. It's a little extreme at some points, but great film. Around this time, Anna also became a social media content creator. Her main focus was general lifestyle aesthetics, and she often shared loving moments with her husband and daughter. It was all positivity all the time. Occasionally, the couple would collaborate and share videos aligned with their image as a fun, loving, and successful young couple. By January 2021, Ali's growth on his social media sites had exceeded all expectations. But while he had become popular on social media, he dreamed of expanding beyond the internet. So in February 2021, the young family relocated to San Diego, where Anna's friends were, and Ali would be closer to Hollywood. They found an apartment on the 35th floor of the luxury high-rise The Spire, San Diego. On the surface, everything was falling neatly into place for the next stage of their lives. However, within months of moving to San Diego, the couple's perfectly curated image would be tarnished by accusations of extreme jealousy, infidelity, physical abuse, and frequent police encounters. Interviews with the couple's family and friends revealed that Anna and Ali's relationship drastically differed from what was presented to their TikTok followers. Shortly after the move to San Diego, Anna reconnected with her friends, and her social life thrived. Initially, Ali was part of that, but according to Louis Marinari, Ali's close cousin, Anna's friends did not enjoy spending time with Ali. Marinari said, "He just became super jealous because his wife was going out with friends. He wasn't involved and he wanted to control her." Marinari described Ali as obsessive and controlling. He constantly asked for her whereabouts and who she was with. He also described Ali as a serial cheater who felt his philandering was okay, but it would be considered disloyal for his wife to cheat. Additionally, Marinari said that he had seen markings on Anna and that she kept images of the bruises. Apparently, Ali, who made a name for himself by portraying the drug kingpin Scarface, eventually developed a drug habit of his own. Marinari stated that while out one day, Ali pulled out a bag of cocaine. Marinaro told Ali, "You're going to get us in trouble." He's like, "I'm Jin Kid. Nobody can touch me because I'm a kid." According to his cousin, Ali soon exhibited mood swings and abusive behavior. It was not just friends and family who were aware of the turbulence in the Abulaban household. Police records show that from July to October 2021, at least 9 calls were made from the Spire apartment to the San Diego Police Department. There were also numerous incidents in which the building's security responded to complaints regarding the Abulabans. One such incident occurred early to mid-September. A neighbor heard items being thrown, smacking sounds, and Anna screaming as the Abulabans fought in the hallway. One neighbor observed Anna and her daughter both crying. Anna, appearing nervous and scared, knocked on a neighbor's door for help. The neighbor testified that Anna claimed Ali had hit her and confiscated her cell phone. She asked them to borrow their phone so she could call 911. However, Anna took the phone to her apartment and called her family instead. According to court documents, Ali went to the neighbor's apartment to apologize for the previous day's incident. Ali told the neighbor that he suspected Anna was unfaithful and asked the neighbor to inform him if he ever saw her with other men. On or about September 16th, Anna moved out of the couple's San Diego apartment and temporarily stayed in Virginia with Ali's parents. Police records indicate that Anna had decided to end her marriage to Ali after the domestic disturbance and knowledge of his infidelity, but Ali was fighting it. Amid these serious personal issues, Ali continued to promote his brand. He shared a post on TikTok dated September 25th, in which he met the former Scarface actor Steven Bauer, who played the role of Manolo Manny Ribera. While Ali was out rubbing elbows with stars, Anna and her daughter returned to San Diego on October 7th. They stayed with a friend named Claire. 11 days later, Anna asked Ali to move out of their Spire apartment so she and their daughter could reside there exclusively. He agreed and went to a hotel in the Mission Bay area, roughly 20 minutes away. However, Ali secretly made and kept a copy of their apartment key. On Thursday, October 21st, Anna had planned to obtain a temporary restraining order against Ali. But as fate would have it, it was too late to be of any use. At about 3 p.m., neighbors reported hearing 4 consecutive gunshots, followed by a brief pause and 2 additional gunshots. Ali was observed at that time by neighbors pacing the hallway and was seen moments later in an elevator. According to police records, at approximately 3:11 p.m., local police received a 911 call from an anonymous male. The caller explained he was a concerned resident at the Spire building and had discovered two people dead in a 35th floor apartment. Police instructed the caller to remain at the scene, but the caller did not comply and fled. When police arrived at the scene, Detective Ricardo Escalante said they found 28-year-old Ana Abulaban and 29-year-old Rayburn Cardenas Barron sitting on a couch with gunshot wounds to the head and face. The two victims were pronounced dead at approximately 3:31 p.m. 45 minutes after the 911 call, Ali was located driving his black Jeep Wrangler eastbound. At the time of his arrest, his 5-year-old daughter was in a vehicle with him. Also with him was a Glock 419 and a gun safe with 100 rounds of ammunition and 3 magazines. Detectives said the ammunition had the head stamp of a 9mm Luger consistent with the shell casings and ammunition found at the apartment crime scene. Ali was considered the primary suspect. Ali's daughter was placed with a social worker. During the course of a forensic interview, the 5-year-old said that her father explained police cars were there because Daddy hurt Mommy, and that's why he's going to jail. She was asked why Daddy hurt Mommy, and answered, because he's crazy. She stated that she saw her father hit her mom, and that only Dad hurts Mom. Investigators examined surveillance video of the apartment door and elevator cameras from the day of the shooting. The footage helped detectives develop an accurate timeline of the double homicide. Finally, detectives gathered and presented their evidence to the district attorney. An arraignment was held on Monday, October 25th, in which the prosecutor laid out the allegations and charges against Ali Abulaban. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Doug Miller, Primary Public Defender's Office. On behalf of Ali Nasser Abulaban, his true name and date of birth do appear on the face of the complaint. He enters a not guilty plea to all allegations. He's advised of his constitutional rights, requesting the primary public defender be appointed, and we are willing to do a time waiver for the preliminary hearing. Requesting a status for this Thursday. You're entering not guilty pleas to all counts and allegations as alleged in the people's complaint. Ending 191 are entered on behalf of the defendant through counsel. The Office of the Primary Public Defender is appointed for all purposes in this matter. People as to bail? Your Honor, that people are requesting no bail in this case pursuant to California Constitution, Article 1, Section 12, and Penal Code, Section 1275. The defendant was married to the victim, Anna Marie Abulaban, and they have a 5-year-old daughter, and the victim, Mrs. Abulaban, was leaving the defendant and ending their marriage. She had asked him to leave their apartment in downtown San Diego, the Spire San Diego apartment complex. She had asked him to leave on October 18th. Unbeknownst to Mrs. Abulaban, the defendant made a copy of the apartment key and kept it to enter whenever he wished. The defendant then left and was staying at a hotel. Part of the reason that Mrs. Abulaban left the defendant was due to prior domestic violence. There was a reported incident in September of 2021 where the defendant pushed down his wife, causing injuries to her. The child, Amara, has witnessed domestic violence at home, has witnessed her father hurt her mother, and the defendant had been in possession of a black firearm, which he had shown to his daughter, Amara, and has asked her to hold it in the past. Amara has seen this gun as well as bullets in the home. The defendant was then stalking the victim, essentially calling her and texting her repeatedly, and she was ignoring him up until the point of October 21st, when the defendant entered the apartment without her knowledge, without anyone present. And he vandalized the apartment using the key that he duplicated. He called Mrs. Abulaban and told her that he had vandalized the apartment. And then he set up an application on their daughter's iPad where he could monitor live conversation, part of it on his personal cell phone. The defendant hid the iPad in the apartment, in the bedroom, and then left. The defendant was then monitoring this application, and when he heard his wife with another man inside the apartment, he got a loaded gun. He put it on a holster on his left hip, and he drove from the hotel in Mission Bay to the downtown San Diego apartment complex. He went up the elevator to the 35th floor. He ran from the elevator to the apartment. He immediately fired 6 rounds from his firearm. First, he shot Rayburn Barron 3 times. The bullets entered his neck, his cheek, at the back of his head at close range. Then he fired at his wife, leaving 1 gunshot wound in her forehead. Again, so the defendant fled the apartment. Neighbors had heard the gunshots. Witnesses have seen him leaving the apartment. Then he made a phone call to his mother admitting that he shot and killed his wife. This was on video surveillance in the apartment complex, and then fled the building. Went to pick up his daughter from school, still had a loaded gun in his car, told his daughter that he hurt mommy, and then he was apprehended by the police. The defendant confessed to the detectives on the case that he shot his wife and her friend because he was accusing her of cheating on him. He admitted that he had made a copy of the key, that he had vandalized the apartment, that he was stalking his wife, and that he had entered and killed both of them. Based on all of these facts, I do not believe that any bail should be set. This should be a no-bail case. The defendant is clearly a danger to the community. He is a flight risk. His parents live in Nevada and in Virginia, and he certainly could flee if he is released on bail. Certainly he is a danger to his daughter as well, because of a prior history of violence, and had showed her a gun. So the people are requesting no bail and a full criminal protective order for Amara, based on the facts that I have alleged, where I believe that not only is she a witness, but the defendant can influence her testimony by speaking with her even from jail. Mr. Miller, as to bail and the arguments. At this time, Your Honor, I will submit, asking that the court reserve the bail review issue for his retained or signing attorney. All right, very good. The court does take into consideration the totality of the facts and circumstances as stated by the Deputy District Attorney. I've also had an opportunity to review the people's motion to deny bail. At this time, pursuant to California Constitution Article 1, Section 12, as well as Penal Code Section 1275, the people's request that this court set no bail, and as the defendant is charged with a capital crime, there are 2 separate victims. It is potentially a special circumstance murder at this time. Bail is denied. I also find that clear and convincing evidence that the defendant stands before me having committed 2 violent felonies. There is a substantial likelihood that his release would result in great bodily harm to others. As such, the people's request that this court deny bail to protect public safety is granted. Ali was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, a gun use allegation, and a special circumstance allegation for committing multiple murders. Abulaban could face the death penalty if convicted. He pled not guilty to all charges, and a preliminary hearing was scheduled for January 7, 2022. On December 9, 2021, Ali was offered the opportunity to present his side of the story to a local news station. In a preliminary hearing on January 7, 2022, Sergeant Christopher Leahy testified that Anna discovered that Ali cheated on her with another woman who lived in their building and that Anna had filed a petition for divorce. Sergeant Leahy added that Ali had so many affairs detectives could not determine how many. On the subject of Anna and Rayburn's relationship, Sergeant Leahy stated that after reviewing messages on their social media accounts, detectives believed their friendship had become romantic. This information was not well received by Ali. Judge Katz reprimanded Ali for his reaction, and testimony eventually resumed. The defense subsequently asked Sergeant Leahy about Ali's outburst. In a hearing on January 24, 2022, Judge Katz ruled that Ali Abulaban would stand trial for the murders of Anna Abulaban and Rayburn Cardenas Barron. His trial date is scheduled for May 3, 2023. Anna and Ali Abulaban appeared to lead perfect lives on social media. However, in the process of presenting the perfect image, did they unwittingly create pressure on themselves to conform to unsustainable standards of success and happiness? Consequently, did that pressure negatively impact their mental health and self-esteem? If there's a lesson in the case of the Abulabans, it's important to remember what is portrayed on social platforms is not necessarily a genuine reflection of people's lives. Everyone experiences challenges and setbacks, even if we don't see them online. Therefore, it's essential to prioritize self-care and self-compassion and not compare oneself to others based on what one sees on social media. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you think social media is to blame for the alleged actions of Ali Abulaban? Or did social media expose and amplify pre-existing character flaws? Perhaps both. As usual, feel free to share your thoughts below in the comments section. This has been another journey into the world of true crime. If this story captivated you, don't forget to subscribe for more cases that defy explanation. Hit the bell to stay updated as we continue to unearth chilling crimes from around the world. Thanks for watching World True Crime, where every case has a story, and every story deserves to be told.